minutes with Fergal throwing in the ball. First ball is going to Leon Fox. Leon Fox plays the ball high and long towards the corner. In front of Derek Keenan. Picked up by Joe Maher. Joe Maher bundled to the ground. Throws the ball back to Brian Grehan. Brian Grehan under serious pressure here. And referee eventually blows a free, but certainly should have blown a few moments earlier. It was a very high challenge from Brian Grehan. And Joe Maher has the opportunity to put Ferbane on the scoreboard. Very calm day. Overnight rain has left the pitch very wet, very slippery. Now it's going to be a dogfight for the loose ball. And as Joe Maher lines up, takes the ball quickly to Aaron McDonough. Aaron McDonough with the left foot and drives the ball left and wide. And the first wide of the game, Aaron McDonough. 13 of these Ferbane Belmont players have won a lot of medals with Gallen Community School in the Senior A Vocational Schools final this year. So they certainly won't be overawed by the occasion. Edenderry last won this competition in 2007. So who'll walk away with the St Mary's Cup today? Can Ferbane Belmont do a famous 3 in a row, 14s, 16s, and now minor Dara Corbett finds a loose ball, drives the ball in low, in towards full forward line, missed by Owen Lowry, who's complaining to the referee. Brian Grehan picks a loose ball, finds the space, puts Cormac Hurley puts Shane Crun under pressure. Quick free from Edenderry. Ball slipped to number 10, Sean Moriarty, who bears down on goals, followed by James Nally. High ball towards the square. Picked by, caught well by Stephen Wren. Takes the ball away from his goals, away from the danger area. Finds Aaron McDonough was tracked back. Gives the ball back to Conor Lowry, full back and captain. Quick ball down towards Joe Maher. Showed well for the ball. Goes down along the right hand side underneath the stand. It's on the number 6, Peter O'Neill. Fouled by Peter O'Neill. Quick ball by quick free from Joe Maher. Finds Owen Lowry. Fouled. Pushed to the ground by his marker, Aaron O'Connell. And another free. 2 for Belmont. Joe Maher to take it. Well, Joe lines up. Doesn't look like he's going for a quick one this time. Has a look with his left foot and strokes the ball over the bar. First score of the game to Joe Maher. So after 2.5 minutes of play for Belmont, get on the scoreboard and lead by a point to no score. Game restarted now by Cormac Hurley in the Edenderry goal. Good kick out towards the middle of the field, broken down, gathered by Peter O'Neill. Peter O'Neill, quick ball towards the full forward line. Conor Lowry in pursuit. Ball goes loose to Oran Lawton. Oran Lawton being shepherded out by James Nally. Well tackled by James Nally. Ball breaks loose again. This time it finds the full forward, Sean Doyle. Sean Doyle under pressure from James Nally, pushed out to the corner. Again, goes for a square ball across the square. Kieran Cahill is there to gather. Kieran throws the ball out unopposed, puts the ball long towards Joe Maher. Again, showed very well for the ball. Joe circles around, puts the ball in front of Dara Corbett, but the ball has slippy surface, took the ball away from Dara Corbett, and Dara ends up fouling the number 8. That's Evan Kelly. Free now for Edenderry to be taken by number 9, Keane Lawton. Sorry, number 6, that's Peter O'Neill. Goes long towards the corner. Misses Darren Kelly, picked up by Conor Lowry. Has started well at full back. Fouled by Sean Doyle. Quick free again, Joe Maher shows into the space. Quick ball towards Owen Lowry. Owen Lowry comes, shows well, gathers it well, first attempt. Has a look, cuts back in the middle of the field. Solos across and goes for his own score and puts over a super score. Great play by Owen Lowry. Had the confidence to take on his man, swinging a great score from about 30 yards. A good play by Ferbane Belmont. Well, Edenderry well tackled in the back line. Ball brought for Kieran Cahill. Found Joe Maher in space. First time ball to Owen Lowry, and Owen Lowry slots it over. Great score from 30 metres. Cormac Hurley restarts the game again towards the middle. Up goes Liam Fox. Pushed in the backs is Fergal Smith. Free to Edenderry. Again taken by Peter O'Neill. Ball picked by James Nally. James Nally again, All-Ireland finalist, All-Ireland medal winner. Ball breaks towards the middle. Tracking back is Andrew Ford. Andrew Ford being tackled by Stephen Wren. leaves the ball back to Shane Cronin. Again, number 8, Evan Kelly gathers under great pressure. O'Neil now takes the ball on, puts the ball, an attempted pass towards Dara Keenan, who was heading for goal, easily dealt with by the Edenderry full back line. Play the ball across their own half back line, ball kicked towards the middle. Aaron McDonough gets a fist in, breaks the ball kindly for Kieran Cahill. Kieran Cahill turns back towards the middle, gives the ball towards Stephen Wren. Again, ball put long towards Dara Keenan. Dara Keenan gathers in the first attempt, puts the ball in front of Aaron McDonough. Aaron McDonough now bears down in goals. That's a fantastic save by Cormac Hurley. Great attacking play by Ferbane Belmont. Aaron McDonough unlucky not to add to Ferbane Belmont's tally of 2 points. Great save by Cormac Hurley, who was out quick to block Aaron in his attempt to score. Aaron, of course, no stranger to hitting the back of the net. Famous goal scored in Croke Park back in April against Clonakilty. Star of YouTube. Oh, 45, almost straight in front of the goals. Only Larry to take. And we feel our first few drops of rain of the day. Great crowds here from Ferbane and from Edenderry, and it certainly makes for an intriguing final. So only right-footed, goes short. Attempts to go short, puts the ball out long for Leon Fox. Leon Fox fumbles but gathers the ball, second attempt. Puts the ball over, that's a great move for Stephen Wren. Stephen Wren cuts back inside. He's fouled, but gets his free. And good overlapping run by Stephen Wren. Certainly probably one of the most improved footballers in Ferbane Belmont this year. Has played for juniors, under 21s and Gallant CS. So Joe Maher again with his left foot puts over his second score of the game. And Ferbane Belmont lead 3 points to no score. So certainly Ferbane Belmont seem to have settled into the rhythm of the game a lot quicker than Edenderry. They're moving the ball quick. And they lead by 3 points to no score after 7 minutes. So Cormac Hurley will restart. Again, towards the middle. Dara Corbett's underneath this. Kieran Cahill breaks it down. Fumbled by Edenderry wing back. That's Gary Blong and captain. Fouled by Aaron McDonough. Well, that's number 7, Daniel Nolan for Edenderry. Free to be taken by Peter O'Neill. Peter O'Neill again looks towards the right corner but Darren Kelly misses it the first attempt, but Conor Lowry is there. The referee says handled on the ground, but Conor thought it was a free to himself. Fergal Smith says has other ideas and awards the free to Edenderry. About 30 metres out on the left hand side. To be taken by number 13, Mark Nolan. Right footed, drives towards the square and falls into Darren Degnan's hands. Gives the ball back out to Darren Kelly. Darren Kelly, right footed, drives towards the centre. Joe Maher shows again, gives it to Aaron McDonough. Aaron McDonough looks for Stephen on the right hand side, great overlap, puts the ball back in front of Aaron McDonough again. Puts the ball soccer style in front of it, falls for Joe Maher. Throws the ball into Dara Keenahan. Dara Keenahan gathers at the first attempt. He's fouled, looked like a foul, looked a very high challenge there, but unfortunately he gets away with it. And ball thrown back in by Dara, gathered by Peter O'Neill. Peter O'Neill fouled in an attempt to clear his lines. And referee awards a free to Edenderry. Number 4, Matthew O'Grady, leaves it for Peter O'Neill. Well, Edenderry restart the game with a free by Peter O'Neill. Long ball towards the middle, but Stephen Wren is underneath it. And a high challenge by Edenderry. And Stephen Wren, who has certainly started well in this game, goes look for the quick ball. Finds Stephen Wren from Dara Corbett. Drives the ball in low towards Brian Grehan, who showed well as full forward. Takes on his men, leaves it out to Joe Maher. Joe Maher sits by 2 tackles with his left foot this time. And this time it swings and over the bar. What a great score by Joe Maher. Certainly a well-worked score there. Brian Grehan showed very well. Joe Maher was there for the offload and swung in a beautiful score on his left foot. Oh, the score now 4 points to no score for Ferbane Belmont. Certainly in the ascendancy in this game. Ferbane Belmont having beaten St. Brahons in a good game in Balnagar in the semi-final. Edenderry unlikely winners against a very fancied St. Vincent's team. But finals are there to be won. So far, Ferbane Belmont are playing well. Stephen Rourke first out to win the ball. Fouled. 3-2 for Belmont. Dara Corbett takes quickly again. Joe Maher finds great space. Gives it to Kieran Cahill, who comes surging to the middle. Long ball towards Brian Graham. Taken by Brian Graham. Taken very well by Brian Graham. Dispossessed by full-back Shane Cronin. Shane Cronin offloads. Releases the ball. Belmont for Edenderry come to the middle again. Number 12, Andrew Ford. Andrew Ford looks left. But first to react is Darren Kelly. Darren Kelly covers the ball, picks the ball up, gives a pass into Stephen Wren. No, Aaron McDonough, he's tried to slip it into Stephen Wren, didn't work. Quick ball now in towards the forward line. Full forward, Sean Doyle, 1-on-1 with Conor Lowry. Decides to take on Conor Lowry. Conor Lowry does very well, dispossesses him. Yes, Shane Cronin has to go, Sean Doyle has to go back. Again, takes on the outside route. Conor still has him on the 65 on the end line. And a shot, and off the crossbar, off the post, and quickly react is Derek Corbett. Derek Corbett now with the right foot, tries out towards the right to Dylan McAvoy. Dylan McAvoy gathers, takes on his man down the right hand wing. Under pressure now, but puts the ball in front of Only Lowry. Only Lowry gathers the first attempt. Puts the ball in front of Dylan, who went on the overlap again. Puts the ball now in front of Joe Maher. Joe Maher leaves the ball for Derek Keenan. Derek Keenan slips by his man, loses the ball, takes it on again. Hacked and driven up the field by full-back, that's Shane Cronin. First to react again here is Leon Fox. Gathers the ball, has a look, drives the ball towards the corner, towards Derek Keenan again. Derek Keenan out in front of his man, leaves the ball into Aaron McDonough. Aaron McDonough now bearing down the goal with his right foot this time. Sails the ball and just to the right and wide. Great play by Ferbane Belmont. Certainly for Edenderry, full-back line of 6s and 7s there. Unlucky not to concede the score. So 1991 is a long time for Ferbane Belmont, 20 years since we had a minor title in Ferbane Belmont. 1989, 1990 and 1991, a famous treble. Again, ball breaks in the middle of the field, Dara Corbett. This time looks for a straight ball towards Brian Graham. Brian Graham comes out, has a look, leaves it off to Joe Maher. Joe Maher takes on by the fullback, number 3. Oh, and it's broken down, and referee lets the play on, but Joe Maher certainly fouled in the square, and Edenderry come away with the ball, but Fergal Smith waved away any claims for penalties there after the goalkeeper has played a high ball from Joe Maher. So quick free taken back towards Brian Graham. Brian Graham back out to Stephen Wren. Stephen Wren plays the 1-2 back to Brian Graham. Brian Graham with the right foot this time, sails it across the square and puts over a beautiful score on the outside of his right foot. Great score by Brian Graham. And certainly I think video evidence will show Joe Maher should have been awarded a penalty in that stage, but Ferbane won't get the score, settle for the point, where certainly a goal might have been a better reward. Anyhow, 5 points to 0, the score remains. 13 minutes gone in the first half. Game restarts with a kick out by Cormac Hurley. This time goes to the left towards the middle of the field. Up goes Dylan McAvoy, breaks it down for Leon Fox. Leon Fox with his right foot again drives towards the right corner towards Derek Keenan. Derek Keenan, star of the under 16s last week, drives past it, has with his left foot and blazes a ball left and wide when all he had was the goalie to beat, and Brian Graham was standing off him. But great play by Ferbane Belmont again, quick ball to the corner. And unlucky Darren Keenan couldn't have added to do Ferbane Belmont's tally at that point. So the Edenderry full back line living under nerves at the moment. They could have been out of this game in the last 2 plays. The score still remains, 5 points to no score. Cormac Hurley restarts again, certainly the busier the keepers in the first half. Up they go in the middle of the field. Oh, James Nally runs over the ball goes loose to Sean Moriarty, plays towards the middle, towards dispossessed, won the ball back again. Kieran Cahill, down on the ball he goes, picks it up. Referee says all's fair, but he's given his free. To be taken by Leon Fox. Again, Leon Fox looks right towards Derek Keenan. Derek Keenan, ball breaks kindly for him, heading towards the sideline. Shoved off the ball gathered by Daniel Nolan. Ball breaks loose again, this time it's Matthew O'Grady wins it. Comes back, again drives a long ball again towards the middle. Edenderry have left midfield to Ferbane Belmont. Derek Corbett takes it, he's tackled. Sorry, it's Kieran Cahill. Kieran Cahill finds the ever ready Stephen Wren. Stephen Wren goes long towards the end line, towards Brian Graham. ball out and wide for Ferbane Belmont. Third wide of the game. It looks like Derek Keenan can't continue, and unfortunately has to be stretchered away. Certainly looks like an ankle injury, and Mikey Butler takes his place after 16 minutes. Well, Ferbane Belmont certainly have started better. They're gone 5 points in the lead. 3 from Joe Maher, 1 from Owen Lowry, and 1 from Brian Grehan. And unfortunately, any player carried off in a county final. But Mikey Butler enable the placement. Up we go again in the middle of the field. Ball overshoots midfield. Sean Moriarty now under pressure by James Nally and Owen Lowry. Throws the ball to his midfield. Keane Lawton. Keane Lawton looks to the left hand side, finds an unmarked Aaron McDonald. Aaron McDonald goes long towards the corner. Stephen O'Rourke misses it. Number 14 full forward. Final ball, but Dylan McAvoy has tracked back, but Darren Kelly does the intelligent thing, clears his lines and is first to go after, but Leon Fox gets there first. Leon now gathers the ball, solos down the right hand side, looks to the left hand side for James Nally, picks up the first attempt, gives it off to Aaron McDonough. Aaron McDonough now comes on a run towards the centre. Reminder of his run in Croke Park, the famous goal he scored against Clonakilty. Left foot this time, he moves it down towards the right hand side. But only Lowry is there, put him under pressure. Falls for Aaron McDonough again. Aaron McDonough goes short for Mikey Butler. Mikey Butler gets nudged in the back, and a free to Ferbane Belmont. Now Ferbane Belmont men running, showing well for the ball in all positions of the field. That was great defence by Darren Kelly. Dylan McAvoy tracked back the whole way to clear the danger as well. So a free by Only Lowry, about 30 metres out. He always favours kicking off the ground. It worked for him in the semi-final against St. Brahons. So his first free on 18.5 minutes. So with his right foot, swings to the right, and it beats everybody and didn't curl enough. And Ferbane Belmont registered their 4th wide of the first half. 19 minutes gone. Ferbane Belmont still have that 5 point no score lead. So Cormac Hurley will restart with the kick out. This time goes to the right towards the dugouts. Gathered by Edenderry. Done by Sean Moriarty. Flips the ball back into number 2, Aaron O'Connell. Aaron O'Connell back to number 6 is Shane O'Neill. Shane O'Neill out to gather it first is Conor Lowry. Oh, and fouled again by the full forward Sean Doyle. Leaves the free to Leon Fox. Leon Fox again looks to the right hand side where he finds Stephen Wren in space. Stephen Wren, no slouch, takes the ball comfortably, goes inside his man, takes a solo, under serious pressure now. Ball picked up by Joe Maher, but the referee says Stephen Wren has been fouled, and Joe Maher will get the resultant free. The referee has words with Peter O'Neill, centre half back, and the Edenderry half back line are finding it very, very hard to get the grips with the runs that have been made by the half forward line here of Aaron McDonough, Joe Maher and Dylan McAvoy. Short free back to Leon Fox. Leon Fox with the right foot, drives long, drives high, and puts over a fantastic score from 45 metres. Leon Fox gets his name on the scoreboard. An exceptional point. Increases Ferbane's lead to 6 points to no score. Well, certainly Ferbane Belmont have dealt with anything Edenderry had to throw them so far, but there's a long way to go yet. We're in 20 minutes gone in the first half, 10 minutes to half time. Cormac Hurley restarts again. This time goes the other side, finds, but Derek Corbett is first to come on the ball, carries the ball in, gives the low ball into Aaron McDonough. Aaron McDonough slips past him, picked up by the number 10. That's Sean Moriarty, was tracked back. They're now trying to clear their lines, clear the ball in the middle of the field towards Daniel Nolan. Daniel Nolan under pressure by Brian Grehan, fouled by Brian Grehan. Looks to take it quickly. No Edenderry player shown, looks this side, finds Aaron O'Connell. Aaron O'Connell being faced by Owen Lowry. Ball cleared out towards the dugout side here. Cleared up the right hand side, under pressure by Dylan McAvoy, and the ball goes out for a line ball to Ferbane Belmont. Great pressure by Dylan McAvoy. Ball being recovered now by Stephen O'Rourke. One of the 2 players in Ferbane Belmont who haven't got an All-Ireland medal, himself and Dylan McAvoy, being the only two, but next year, please God, we'll put that one right. So James Nally takes a quick free down towards Joe Maher. Joe Maher takes the ball low into his body, tries to take on these tackles, fouled by number 8, that's Evan Kelly. Goes to take the free himself. Goes short to James Nally. James Nally decides to go down the wing, takes on his man, puts the ball in front of Brian Graham. Makes the overlap. Ball lost by Brian Graham. Fumbled by Edenderry, but gathered by fullback Shane Cronin. Shane Cronin takes a couple of hits, drives the ball on long. It's a tremendous block by Owen Larry. Great work by Ferbane Belmont. Great running off the ball and a super block by Owen Larry. Slows the game up, gives men time to get back into positions. And the line ball to be taken by Aaron O'Connell. Goes short again, in front of Stephen O'Rourke. Stephen O'Rourke fouls his man, Oren Lawton. Quick free again, be taken up the line towards full forward Sean Doyle. Sean Doyle, put under pressure by Conor Larry, decides to go on his right hand side. Then high ball across the square, underneath it is Darren Kelly. Out towards the corner, Darren Kelly recovers well. Certainly quick man over the ground is Darren Kelly. Finds Kieran Cahill, intelligently filled the space in the middle of the field. Finds Aaron McDonough, who had gone to the right hand side. And Ferbane Belmont go on the attack again. Aaron McDonough puts the ball in front of Joe Maher. Joe Maher now bearing down on goals. What's he going to do? Will he give it into Mikey Butler? He does. He puts it Mikey Butler and he hits it off the crossbar, off the post. Only Larry quick to react. And his right foot this time shoots and scores. A great score for Ferbane Belmont. A score by Owen Larry after great work down the right hand side with Kieran Cahill, Aaron McDonough, Joe Maher and Mikey Butler coming off the post. But Owen Larry scores his second point of the game and Ferbane Belmont lead 7 points to no score. 23.5 minutes gone. Edenderry now making a change. Number 19, Mikey Clear. It's coming on for Edenderry.
Substitution for Edenderry. Number 19, Mikey Clear, replaces number 13, Mark Nolan.
So Mark Nolan makes way for Mike Clear. And we approach half time now. 6 minutes to half time. And certainly for Ferbane Belmont, the superior team for the first 25 minutes. Ball middle of the field. Fought, scrambled ball. Ball breaks out for Edenderry, out towards the right hand side. Then goes long towards the right hand side. Ball being chased by James Nally. James Nally in the attempt to pick up the ball. And free awarded to Edenderry by full forward Sean Doyle. Looks towards the middle. Dara Corbett quick to react. Again, clears his lines well. Picks up the ball beautifully. Lovely when they work. Back to Leon Fox. Leon Fox to Aaron McDonough. Aaron McDonough certainly up for this game now, doing a serious amount of running, covers a lot of ground. He finds Dara Corbett again. Plays the 1-2 with Aaron McDonough. Aaron McDonough goes the solo run. Down the middle. Looks low, half blocked and gathered by Edenderry. Out towards the number 5, Gary Blong and captain. He takes the ball on a solo up the right hand side. Dara Corbett comes to meet him. Goes long towards full forward. Ball breaks for full forward number 14, Sean Doyle. Throws the ball out. Stephen O'Rourke's first to react. Down he goes. Plays the ball out to Dara Corbett. Dara Corbett gathers the ball, puts the ball down the right hand side towards Dylan McAvoy. Dylan McAvoy now has time. Again puts the ball long down towards Owen Larry, who showed well for the ball. Gathers it at the second attempt, and Joe Maher takes the overlap beautifully. Looks at the left hand side over towards Mikey Butler. Ball is very high, hit Mikey Butler. Mikey Butler turns with the right foot this time, has a look, shoots, and out to the right and wide. Great play again by Ferbane Belmont. Look the stuff. Edenderry were going to get on the score sheet. They fumbled the ball at a crucial time, and the ball easily dealt with and cleared by Ferbane Belmont. Almost resulted in another score at the other end of the field. So 7 points to no score, and 4.5 minutes left to half time. So again, Cormac Hurley goes to the right hand side. Up goes Owen Larry. Ball breaks for Edenderry. Gathered by the number 8, Evan Kelly. Under pressure by Dylan McAvoy. Blocked down by Owen Larry. And a line ball for Edenderry, to be taken by number 6, Peter O'Neill. Peter O'Neill looks to the right hand side again, up towards his full forward Oren Lawton, but the slippy surface takes the ball away from both of them. And another line ball for Ferbane Belmont, this time halfway between 21-yard line and the 45. To be taken by Stephen O'Rourke. So Stephen again goes down the right hand side. Stephen Wren is there, ball is taken off him. Falls for Peter O'Neill. Peter O'Neill looks towards the middle of the field. Darren Kelly is there, gets a toe on it. First again to show is Joe Maher again. Great hands, Joe Maher gets the ball at the first attempt. Fouled by number 8, Evan Kelly. A free to Ferbane Belmont to be taken quickly by Joe Maher finds Brian Lowry in space, gives the ball back towards Kieran Cahill. Kieran Cahill now hops the ball, takes the ball into the danger area, turns, being tackled by three Edenderry men, but the referee says no, you've overcarried it, and the awards a free out to Edenderry. 26 minutes gone there, 27 minutes gone. And the referee his attention is being called by the two umpires, and one is Bill Kavanagh, I think the other one is Darren Rosney. They've called Fergus Smith in for a quick consultation. And Fergus Smith is after taking out the notebook, so whether something has gone off the ball, certainly I haven't noticed it. And he's talking to the full back there, that's Shane Cronin. Cornerback Aaron O'Connell has got a yellow card for something that obviously went on off the ball. Umpires quick to spot that. So Edenderry still hold their free. Aaron O'Connell looking for movement. Finds his number 8, Evan Kelly, who came short. Takes the return ball back. But Owen Lowry says no, or referee says no, that's not a fair tackle, and awards a free to Edenderry. Just checks to see is Evan Kelly all right, and allows the game to resume. 28 minutes gone, now we approach half time. Apart from the injury to Derek Keenan, there wasn't much stoppages, so Derek Harbour wins the ball from the Edenderry free with his left foot, kicks long towards the square. Mikey Butler's under it, and hard luck, Mikey slipped through his hands, greasy ball, and out left for Ferbane Belmont's 5th wide of the game. 7 minutes to no score. Ferbane Belmont certainly the better team in the first half, winning all the critical exchanges. But Cormac Hurley will restart again with a kick out. Again, looks towards the stand side. In front of it goes Leon Fox. Leon Fox has a look, puts it into Aaron McDonough. Aaron McDonough takes the ball high, and he's in front of the goals and shoots and looks, yes, left and wide again. Good move by Ferbane Belmont. Great runner by Aaron McDonough on looking at the score and get himself on the score sheet. Edenderry, of course, been in the senior final next weekend, overcoming Gracefield last weekend. Two of these minors playing with them. Ball kicked out by Cormac Hurley again, gathered by Owen Lowry. Owen Lowry has a look this time, with his right foot this time, swings over, high ball toward in the square. The goalkeeper Cormac Hurley comes strong and punches out strongly. Go to gather is Evan Kelly, under pressure by Aaron McDonough. Aaron McDonough overzealous in the tackle, commits the foul and a free to Edenderry. Taken by Evan Kelly, finds his centre half back Peter O'Neill. Peter O'Neill again looks to the right towards 17, that's Mike Clear. Mike Clear gets on the ball, tries the ball, picked up by Derek Corbett, takes the ball, and Noel Cunha judges the ball had crossed over the sideline.
3 minutes additional time.
Over the 3 minutes injury time in the first half. Edenderry still to score, 7 points to no score. Edenderry now playing 1-2 through the middle of the field. Peter O'Neill dispossessed by Derek Corbett, plays it back towards Mike Clear. Mike Clear finds Daniel Nolan in space. Daniel Nolan in space, plays it into number 9, that's Keane Lawton. Keane Lawton fouled and fouled by James Nally, and referee awards a free to Fergus Smith. Referee Fergus Smith awards a free to Edenderry to be taken by Peter O'Neill. So if Edenderry are going to make a game of this, they certainly want to get on the score sheet in the first half. This could be their only chance once we approach injury time. So Peter O'Neill stands long way out, just almost on the 45-metre line. Low kick towards the square. Ball breaks again. Who's back to gather it? Only Joe Maher. Joe Maher tripped, and a free out to Ferbane Belmont. Takes it quickly. Referee says too quick, as the referee wants words with Edenderry Sean Doyle and Ferbane Belmont's Conor Lowry. So obviously he spotted something going on off the ball. A good battle in there, but so far Conor Lowry has been winning that one. A key position on any team, full back. Certainly tremendous captain. Conor Lowry and his brother. Oh, a bad kick by Conor Lowry. Number 15 drives the ball. Keane Lawton, snap shot, and Edenderry registered their first wide of the first half on 31 minutes. So Darren Dagnan will get his first kick out of the game, and the rain starts, seems to be getting a bit heavier now. And Darren Degnan sets himself. Kick out. High ball towards the middle. Up goes Mike Clear with one hand, but in to gather the loose ball is Stephen Wren. Stephen Wren plays the ball and fouled. It looked to be fouled as he was kicking the ball, but it breaks for Edenderry. Ball into Sean Moriarty. Sean Moriarty now takes Edenderry into the attack. Number 7, Daniel Nolan, throws the ball in front of Moriarty again. Fouled by Aaron McDonough, and a free awarded to Edenderry on 32 minutes. So Edenderry now have adopted a short game, and so far, the last few minutes, it looks as though it may be working. They're eventually putting Ferbane Belmont backs under a little bit of pressure. So from the 21-yard free, Edenderry registered their first score of the game, and just on half time, Ferbane Belmont lead 7 points to Edenderry's 1 point. Oh, Ferbane Belmont certainly the better team in the first half. Whether they can continue that in the second half remains to be seen. Ferbane Belmont going for their 3rd football title this year, and the referee Fergal Smith throws in the ball, and the game is on. Ball breaks for Edenderry. Edenderry first on the attack. Finds Aaron McDonald. Aaron McDonald throws the ball back to Aaron O'Connell. Aaron O'Connell down towards the corner. Ball spills. First out to meet it is Edenderry. Certainly Edenderry now starting with a little bit more pace. Ball towards the centre of the field. Back to gather is Darren Kelly. Darren Kelly having an exceptional game, cornerback. Gathers the ball. Tackled by full forward Sean Doyle and fouled by Sean Doyle. And Darren Kelly earns his free. Darren, son of John, winner of a few senior football titles with Ferbane in the good old days. Derek Corbett takes a free, finds Liam Fox. Liam Fox towards the middle, towards Aaron McDonough. Aaron McDonough gathers the ball, second attempt. Puts through the middle, has a look, sees James Nally on the overlap, gives it back to Aaron McDonough. A good play by Ferbane Belmont. Puts the ball quickly in towards Mikey Butler. Mikey Butler dispossessed. Possessed well and bundled over in the tackle by Matthew O'Grady. And Ferbane Belmont get the first free of the second half. So Mikey being told to leave it, I think, but no one seems to be shown to take the free, so Mikey takes it himself, finds Aaron McDonough. Aaron McDonough gives it back to Joe Maher. Joe Maher looks to the left hand side towards Brian Graham. Brian Graham with the right foot. Tame shot in towards the square, easily gathered by goalkeeper Cormac Hurley, who clears out towards the middle and finds an unmarked Daniel Nolan. Daniel Nolan gives it to Peter O'Neill, takes it back, goes on a solo run. This time decides to go along down towards the right hand side underneath the stand. Ball breaks. Great work by Stephen O'Rourke. Back to gather is Leon Fox. Leon Fox pulled, gives the ball off to James Nally. James Nally, loses it but gathers it again, luckily enough. Gives it to Leon Fox. Leon Fox now with the right foot finds Brian Graham unmarked. Brian Graham now on a solo run just inside the 45, kicks it in towards Owen Lowry. Owen Lowry with the right foot. Shimmies has a look again, gives it back to Brian Graham. Brian Graham with his left foot this time, brilliantly blocked by Peter O'Neill. Peter O'Neill backed out to Joe Maher. Joe Maher takes on his man, has a look around, throws the ball back out to Brian Graham. Brian Graham to Kieran Cahill. Kieran Cahill with the right foot. High ball and right and wide. First wide to Ferbane Belmont after 2 minutes of play. So Edenderry started the second half, all guns blazing. But it was Ferbane Belmont that got the first shot on goal in the second half after 2 minutes to play. Now this is a crucial time in the game. Finals can be won or lost just after the start of the second half. Ball kicked out towards the right. Ball tackled by, unfairly so says Dara Corbett. Unfairly so says Fergal Smith. Referee awards Edenderry 10 metres for an infraction by Dylan McAvoy. Free to be taken by Keane Lawton. Keane Lawton goes long towards the full forward. Ball breaks. Won by Conor Lowry. Lost by Conor Lowry. He wins it again. That's great strong play by Conor Lowry. Finds Leon Fox unmarked. Takes a heavy shoulder. Gives it back to Conor Lowry again, who moves the ball quickly to Kieran Cahill. Kieran Cahill now with the right foot. Looks for Owen Lowry. Owen Lowry shows for the ball. Goes left, goes right, goes back in the middle. Fouls. Referee says play on. Throws the ball back out to Joe Maher. And the referee, late with the whistle, awards Ferbane Belmont a free kick. I certainly can't understand why a referee, if it is a foul, blow the whistle, award the free and get the game moving. So Joe Maher leaves the free to Owen Lowry. Again, favours the ground kick with the right foot. So the opening score of the second half is always a crucial score. Ferbane Belmont lead 7 points to 1. Only Lowry has a long look, takes his usual stance, and with the right foot strokes the ball beautifully over the bar, and for Belmont now lead 8 points to 1. Three points from one Lowry, 3 from Joe Maher, and 1 each from Brian Grehan and Leon Fox. Gives Ferbane a commanding lead, 7 points, and we into the 5th minute of the second half. Ball breaks the middle of the field, left for Dylan McAvoy, wins it well, takes on his man, finds Kieran Cahill on the overlap. Kieran now solos in, decides to hop the ball, throws the ball in, and it breaks for the square, and it's in the net! It's in the net by Owen Lowry. That's a great goal by Ferbane Belmont. Great play. Fisted pass by Kieran Cahill into the square. Punched back across the square by Brian Grehan, and Owen Lowry was there to fist it home. Great score for Ferbane Belmont now. 1 goal and 8 points to Edenderry's 1 point. A 10-point lead in the 6th minute. Game is restarted. Cormac Hurley. Ball breaks the middle of the field. Aaron McDonough is quick to pick it up. Now for Ferbane Belmont certainly having a purple patch in this game. And the referee says Aaron McDonough overcarried the ball and awards a free to Edenderry. To be taken by Keane Lawton. Keane Lawton out to the right hand side. Finds Daniel Nolan. Daniel under pressure by Dara Corbett. Dara Corbett, referee says handle on the ground. Awards a free to Ferbane Belmont. Certainly now a few decisions going for Ferbane Belmont's way. Ball quickly put into Joe Maher. Joe Maher under pressure by Peter O'Neill, loses the ball but gathers it again, fouled by Peter O'Neill, and the referee awards another free to Ferbane Belmont. This time I'm sure Ronnie Lowry will set it up as usual. Well, certainly Ferbane Belmont look as though they can add their minor title to their under 14 and under 16 and do a grand slam of underage titles in Offaly. Checking through the records last night, I couldn't find any reference to any club having done the 3 titles in the same year before. So only this time, good distance out, just inside the 45-metre line. Settles himself, takes his couple of steps sideways, and with his right foot, certainly has the distance, and straight over the bar. That brings Oney's tally up to 1 goal and 4 points. An 11-point lead for Ferbane Belmont. 6-7 minutes gone. Cormac Hurley restarts. This time goes to the middle. Up to go. Referee awards a free to Edenderry. Fouled by Leon Fox. To be taken by Keane Lawton. Keane Lawton looks to go to the right hand side. Picked up by Oney Lowry. Oney Lowry. Right foot, high ball towards the right hand side over where Mikey Butler is there. Mikey Butler gives a quick pass off to Aaron McDonough. Aaron McDonough puts back in, looks for the right hand side with the right foot, swings over. A magnificent point on the run. You won't see better than that. And Aaron McDonough finally gets on the score sheet with a spectacular point. 110 to a point for Ferbane Belmont. Turning on the style now with 7.5 minutes gone in the second half. Restart the middle of the field, up goes. Fumbled and gathered in the middle of the field. Referee awards a free to Edenderry. Be taken by number 2 Aaron O'Connell. Aaron O'Connell goes to the right hand side, and Stephen O'Rourke first to win the ball. Finds Joe Maher again in space. Continues on the overlap. Stephen O'Rourke throws the ball back in the middle but loses it. Gathered by Edenderry. Edenderry now. Number 7, Daniel Nolan, fouled by Dara Corbett. Ball put down to the corner. First gathered by Sean Doyle, under pressure by Conor Lowry. Conor Lowry sits by Conor, heading towards goal with the right hand side. Drives the ball across the square, but in front, underneath it is Dara Corbett, who gathers at the second attempt and clears his lines. Carries the ball out, right hand side, out towards Dylan McAvoy. Dylan McAvoy slips his man, turns with great pace, scampers after the ball, picks it up. Oh, Dylan gathers at the second attempt, and this time puts in a great ball to right into the square, and Oney Lowry's first onto it. Takes on his man, number 12. He's hauled to the ground, and the referee awards another free to Ferbane Belmont. And Dylan McAvoy showed great presence of mind there to gather himself, win the ball after he initially lost it on the ground, get the ball in quickly to Owen Lowry, and resulting in a free to Ferbane Belmont. Owen Lowry 1-4 on the scoreboard already, certainly the star of the show so far. Looking now to put over his fourth free. Never changes his routine. With the right foot, strokes the bar, ball beautifully over the bar. And for Belmont need now 1-12 to a point. Game turning out to be a bit one-sided now. Edenderry seem to have certainly lost their way in this match. Ferbane Belmont seem to be winning all the critical exchanges now right through the field. Game continues. We're into our 10th minute. This time, ball out towards the left-hand side. Slip back in towards the middle. Stopped by James Lowry and Mikey Butler. Gathered again at the second attempt. Won well by Mikey Butler. Great scramble by Mikey Butler. Mikey Butler gathers the ball the third attempt this time. Tries to throw the ball out. Referee says no. One-handed and awards of Edenderry. Daniel Nolan looks to go quick, looks to go long. Finds Sean Doyle in space. Tackled by Conor Lowry. Ball won by Conor Lowry. Throws a quick fisted pass to Stephen Wren. Stephen Wren finds James Nally in space. James Nally slips inside with the left foot. Goes long towards Joe Maher. Great pass. Joe Maher gathers the ball. Gives it back to Stephen Wren. Stephen Wren with the right foot. Looks for Owen Lowry. Owen Lowry, tries to break it down to James Nally's path, but the ball slips by and won by Cian Lawton. Cian Lawton throws it back to Aaron O'Connell. Aaron O'Connell gives it back to Cian Lawton again. Under pressure now to clear the lines. Edenderry. Full back. Shane Cronin has it. Looks out to the right hand side. Turns back inside again. This time, ball won by Peter O'Neill. Peter O'Neill carries the ball out towards the right hand side. Finds Evan Kelly. Evan Kelly tackled by Brian Graham. Right footed down to the middle of the field. Kieran Cahill's underneath it. Darren Kelly breaks it down for Stephen Wren. Stephen Wren quickly throws the ball in front of Kieran Cahill. Kieran Cahill now gathers the ball. Has a look, loses it, gathers it again. Throws the ball back out. And referee calls him for over-carrying. A little bit harsh, but in the circumstances, Ferbane and Belmont have no complaints. Quick free from Edenderry. Number 5 throws it back in to Sean Moriarty. Sean Moriarty dispossessed by Stephen Wren, having a magnificent game at wing back. Leon Fox, long ball towards the square. Ball broken down in front of Owen Lowry. Gathered by Cian Lawton. Cian Lawton throws it back to midfield partner Evan Kelly. Evan Kelly finds Daniel Nolan in space. Just time to go lower down to the right hand side. Stopped by Darren Kelly. Darren Kelly leaves the ball for Leon Fox. Finds James Nally. Gets it back to Leon Fox again. Leon Fox now right footed up the right hand sideline. No one there, only Evan Kelly to gather. Tackled by Joe Maher. Joe Maher throws it back to full back Shane Cronin. Shane Cronin finds Evan Kelly again. Quick exchanges over the right hand side. Finds Mike Clear. Mike Clear fouled by Joe Maher, and a free to Edenderry on their own 45-metre line. Quick free down the right hand side. Gathered by Oren Lawton. Oren Lawton being chased by Leon Fox. Left footed kicks towards the centre. Up goes Conor Lowry, but back together again is Derek Corbett, who fumbles the ball, loses it, and kicked into space by full forward Sean Doyle. Sean Doyle under pressure now from James Nally. Has a look with the right foot, has a shot, and kicks it over the bar for Edenderry's second score of the game. Fumbled in the back line. Fumbled in the back line by Ferbane Belmont, and Edenderry got the second score of the game after 12.5 minutes. Tony McTague showing a little bit of concern now at this stage, being advised by John Grehan and John Keena. And Ryan Delaney showing a little bit more concern. Edenderry got a soft score that time, but Ferbane Belmont still have a commanding 12-point lead. Darren Dagnan kicks his second kick out of the game. Finds Aaron McDonald loose in the middle of the field. Aaron now decides to go on a solo run right through the middle of the field. Takes on Aaron O'Connell, and he's still going right through the middle now on the 45. Across the 45 with the right foot this time. Long ball towards the square, and just swings off to the left and wide. Edenderry now throwing in substitutions.
Number 21, Ross Mangan.
Ross Mangan.
Replaces number 19, Mikey Clear. And number 13, Mark Nolan. Replaces number 15, Owen Lawton.
So number 13, who was taken off in the first half, is coming back on again for Owen Lawton, and Ross Mangan is in for Mike Clear, who was also introduced in the first half. Game now just reaching the halfway stages of the second half. 14 minutes gone for Belmont 1-11, Edenderry 2 points. Cormac Hurley restarts again, having a busy time towards the middle of the field. Who was in front of it under Joe Maher again? Joe Maher, great pair of hands, wins the ball, leaves it out to Liam Fox. Liam Fox kicks towards the square, and its ball was dropped, won by Brian Grahan. Brian Grahan bundled over, loses the ball in the tackle, gathers it again, looks outside, finds Mikey Butler in support, quickly throws it over to Joe Maher. Joe Maher, loosely throws the ball away, but Mikey Butler recovers well. Go to Leon Fox. Leon Fox finds Kieran Cahill. Kieran Cahill throws the ball into Stephen Wren. Stephen Wren, Only Lowry it is. Only Lowry with the right foot this time, did the right thing, put it into it all, kicked it left and wide, and Ferbane Belmont can regather themselves. Certainly frantic stakes there now in the Edenderry backline. Score still remains for Belmont 1-11, Edenderry 2 points. There's only been one team in this game since the game started. Ferbane Belmont have played all the football and rightly deserve to be leading. But there's still half of this second half to go. Up goes Kieran Cahill, breaks it down for Aaron McDonough. Aaron McDonough releases the ball for Stephen Wren. Stephen Wren with the right foot has a snapshot and out to the right and wide for Ferbane Belmont's 8 wide of the game. So all the play now being in the Edenderry half of the field, which will suit Ferbane Belmont very well. No signs of Ferbane Belmont springing any subs at this stage of the game. Make sure the game is safe first. So Cormac Hurley restarts, this time goes to the right, out to Joe Maher. Joe Maher loses the ball, wins it again. Fouled by number 21, that's Ross Mangan. Quickly puts the ball into Leon Fox. Leon Fox to Aaron McDonough. Aaron McDonough throws the ball into Tony Lowry, and he spills it, but that's one of the best saves you'll ever see in underage football. Cormac Hurley quick to go across his line and deny Mikey Butler his first score of the game. Fantastic save by the Edenderry goalkeeper Cormac Hurley. Heroic stuff. So certainly players now begin to feel the effects of a wet pitch, a wet day, a fast open game. Time to take a breather, get water on the field and tend to their injuries. So Oni will be lining up to take this 45. The referee not going to let Ferbane get away with a quick free, not while an Edenderry player is down getting attention. And we'll go back to the 45 metre line where Oni will have another crack at this 45. 16.5 minutes gone. Ferbane Belmont 1-11, Edenderry 2 points. Ferbane Belmont, after losing the league final earlier this year to St Vincent's, gathered themselves together and they've had a fantastic year. Ferbane Belmont Club, like I say, going for their 3rd title in underage football in Offaly in 2011. And with next year, with Ferbane Belmont celebrating their 25th anniversary, certainly this is the way to get things moving. So Owen Lowry, being advised by Noel Cooney where the ball should be, settles himself again, takes his time. With the right foot this time, drives long towards the square, and ball breaks out for number 4, and the ball breaks loose again. And quick to react is Stephen Wren. Stephen Wren now looks outside, finds Mikey Butler. Mikey Butler finds Leon Fox in space with the right foot, kicks the ball, half blocked towards the square, ball breaks down, and he nearly took it off Joe Maher. Joe Maher looks outside, finds Dylan McAvoy. Dylan McAvoy with the right foot, half screwed his shot, up goes Brian Grahan, or Aaron McDonough, and swings an arm at the Edenderry player and concedes the free. Edenderry now throwing in number 20, Jamie Dolan. And coming off the Edenderry team, it looks to be number 2, Aaron O'Connell.
Substitution for Edenderry.
Number 3, fullback,
Jamie Dolan,
who was receiving treatment there earlier on. Oh, ball breaks again. This time Dylan McAvoy is first to react. Finds the ball right-footed. Low ball into Joe Maher. Joe Maher quickly slips it to Kieran Cahill. Kieran Cahill finds Joe Maher in space. Finds Aaron McDonough with the right foot this time. And it's a goal. A goal by Aaron McDonough. Great score. Great quick hands. by Ferbane Belmont. And Aaron McDonough scores his first goal of the game. And Ferbane Belmont now lead 2-11 to 2 points. Surely now this result is a no doubt that Ferbane Belmont are going to capture the St Mary's Minor Tullamore Court Championship for the first time in 20 years. 1991 was the last time Ferbane Belmont went up those steps to get the St Mary Cup, captained by Shane Gavin. Now the ball breaks in midfield. Edenderry won't give up. They're still game for a game of football. Ball breaks. Ball is kicked by Edenderry midfield. Finds Sean Doyle unmarked. Again, Ferbane Belmont deal well with the Edenderry attack. James Nally clears well out to finds Kieran Cahill in space, who finds the Liam Fox. Liam Fox, who has covered every bit of grass in O'Connor Park today. Ball breaks again. Mikey Butler splashes onto it. Can he turn around? He can. Mikey Butler looks inside. He finds Joe Maher again. And Joe Maher, puts it in a great goal. Oh, super goal by Joe Maher. And the floodgates now have opened, and Ferbane Belmont are running away with this championship. And Joe Maher now 1-3. A personal tally, scoreline 3-11 to 2 points. Who would have thought it in the early stages of this game that Ferbane Belmont could be such a commanding performance in a county final? Ferbane Belmont, 1989, 1990, 91. They were beaten in the final in 1996. Before that, you have to go back to 1949, 1954, 1963, 1964, and 1984. Ferbane Belmont Minor Club founded in 1987 by Father Michael Campbell. They followed that with 3 successive minor titles in 89, 90, 91. For 20 years since the St Mary's Cup came to Ferbane. Certainly it'll be an outstanding achievement by the club. Pull this off now, 3-11 to 2 points. The result seems to be a no doubt as we enter the last 10 minutes of the second half. 2011 Minor A Championship Final. Holding Champions Road, beaten in the group stages. Edenderry certainly the unlikely contenders as this championship progressed. But they're on the attack again. They won't give up. Certainly pride to play for now. And they'll play the ball. Stick with the game plan. Ball under pressure. Kieran Cahill robbed Keane Lawton. And Ferbane head for goal again. Aaron McDonough now in full flight. This time rounds up, takes on his man with the right hand foot and passes the ball to Cormac Hurley. Clears the ball quickly. Referee sees an injury. Number 4, Matthew O'Grady, needs some attention. Some interested spectators here now don't mind the rain at this point, but Ferbane winning 3-11 to 2 points. Dylan Buckley and Ryan Delaney, All-Ireland medal winners with Gallen CS. And Tony McTague now, big smile on his face, with John Grehan and John Keena, 2 great clubmen from Ferbane, certainly, I'm sure, enjoying every minute of this performance by an absolutely wonderful and dominant Ferbane Belmont minor team. And Ferbane Belmont not finished yet. Next Saturday they have the Minor B hurling semi-final in Bor against Clarine. So we have a few subs warming up now for Ferbane Belmont. Shane Mooney, who captained the successful under-16 team last Saturday in their win against and John Dooley.
Substitutions for Ferbane
great
Belmont.
impact sub again.
Number 17, Shane Mooney replaces.
Oh, I think the announcer got it wrong. It's Shane Mooney, not Shane Nally.
For number 4, Stephen
Shane Mooney
Rourke.
comes in for Stephen
And
Rourke.
number 19, John Dooley.
And John Dooley in for Dylan McAvoy. So great moment for these 2 lads getting on to O'Connor Park on what is going to be Ferbane Belmont one of their greatest successes. So Edenderry with 7 minutes left to play, take a short free, and the ball is shook loose by Ferbane Belmont, gathered by the number 10 Daniel Nolan, or number 7 Daniel Nolan, who takes a quick free out towards the right hand side. Ball played in, Gary Nunn there to take it again. Daniel Nunn there to take it again. Quick hands, move the ball down the right hand side. Underneath it goes Darren Kelly. Darren Kelly did well despite being pushed by Mark Nolan. Quick line ball in towards the middle, broken down by Dara Corbett. Finds Mike Ross Mangan. Ross Mangan looks back outside. Ferbane Belmont certainly not giving up anything at this stage. And quick to gather is John Dooley. John Dooley with the right foot drives the ball up the middle of the field. Come to meeting is Only Lowry. Only Lowry gathers the first time, looks around, takes on a few tackles, drives the ball out towards the right hand side in front of Mikey Butler. Mikey Butler gathers the ball first time, takes a heavy hit, but throws the ball in front of Aaron McDonough. Aaron McDonough now bears down on goals, decides to go on the right hand side, throws the ball over towards Only Lowry puts the ball in, and a great stop again by Cormac Hurley, one of the heroes of Edenderry today. Certainly no fault on his part. The Ferbane Belmont are winning 3-11 to 2 points. Quick free out by Cormac Hurley, finds Aaron O'Connell. Aaron O'Connell finds other cornerback Matthew O'Grady, chips it up for midfield. That's number 7, Daniel Nolan. Throws it back to Ross Mangan. Ross Mangan again throws the ball into the middle of the field, playing the short game now again, trying to work the ball through the middle. Ball with number 2, Aaron O'Connell. Aaron O'Connell throws the ball out towards the right hand side. Ball moved now towards right under the stand, and Mark Nolan, or Daniel Nolan, calling all the shots, puts the ball down long into the right hand corner. Being tackled by James Nally. James Nally forces the man away from him, turns back inside, ball driven in towards the square. In front of it is Sean Doyle. Sean Doyle wins the ball in front of Conor Lowry. Has to go away from the goals, out towards the corner flag. Tries to take the inside route. High ball across the square. Underneath it goes Leon Fox, Derek Corbett. Struggling, great tackling by Ferbane Belmont. Half blocked by Stephen Wren. Gathered by Darren Degnan. Darren Degnan throws the ball out to Stephen Wren. Stephen Wren now looks for Kieran Callahan's right hand side in support. Kieran cuts back inside, gives it back to Stephen Wren again. Stephen Wren finds Aaron McDonough unmarked in the middle of the field. Aaron now through the middle. Reminds me of his goal in Crow Park, is it Derek Corbett. Derek Corbett finds Leon Fox. Where he's getting his energy from at this stage, I do not know. Throws the ball out to Mikey Lowry. Mikey Butler. Mikey Butler throws a fist on it. Ball breaks for Edenderry. Throw it out to Matthew O'Grady. Matthew O'Grady being tackled by Mikey Butler. Gives it back to Peter O'Neill. Peter O'Neill now hand passes towards the middle of the field towards Aaron O'Connell. Being tackled by Brian Graham. With the right foot now, heads off to the right hand side. Throws a short ball out to Ross Mangan. Ross Mangan now being tackled by Shane Mooney. Shane Mooney did enough, going to gather the ball. Well won by Derek Corbett. Shane Mooney gathers the ball up. Loses the ball in the tackle. Hurst off the ball, gathers it the second time. Eddie Dunn, linesman says he's gone over the sideline. Awards the line ball to Ferbane Belmont, or to Edenderry. 26.5 minutes gone. Ferbane Belmont still lead 3-11 by 2 points. Certainly a quickest score in any man's language. An 18-point deficit now, Edenderry. A mountain to climb, but time is against them.
Number 18, Kieran Farrell, replaces number 4, Matthew O'Grady.
Kieran Farrell now number 18 for Edenderry, replacing Matthew O'Grady, who's had a very good game at cornerback. Now I think Edenderry now at this stage have thrown in the towel. They're getting their players on the field. But Ferbane Belmont still up for more. This time the ball goes left hand side over towards Sean Moriarty. Sean Moriarty being tackled by Aaron McDonough. Aaron McDonough, half block, ball falls for Gary Blanc, captain. With the right foot this time, high ball towards the square and completely miscues it, and it goes out to the right and wide. 3-11 to 2 points. Owen Lowry, 1 goal and 5 points. Joe Maher, 1 goal and 4. 1-1 from Aaron McDonough, a point from Brian Graham, a point from Leon Fox. Great team performance by Ferbane Belmont, who finished off this 2011 in great style. Now Conor Lowry will be up the stand to receive the St Mary's Cup in the next 5 or 6 minutes. And Ferbane Belmont will celebrate. Great crowd of support from Ferbane Belmont here today in this blue ribbon event in County Offaly. Edenderry still on the attack. I'm sure they'd like to get a few other things on the scoreboard, a few scores on the scoreboard before this game finishes. Conor Lowry dispossesses full power Sean O'Neill. Sean O'Neill. Joe Maher finds the ball, finds Leon Fox, takes the ball back, finds John Dooley. John Dooley quick lay off to Leon Fox, who finds Aaron McDonough again. 1-2 with Leon Fox. Leon Fox now finds Only Lowry on the right hand side. And only with the right foot swings over another very, very good score. That's great play by Ferbane Belmont, great teamwork right up the field, and it brings Only Lowry up to his personal tally of 1 goal and 6 points. 28.5 minutes gone, a minute and a half left of normal time. And Ferbane Belmont now with a 19-point lead. Certainly they're not going to be cashed at this stage, and they really have turned on the side of the second half. Edenderry, the game team that they are, will still play on until the final whistle goes. 1991, 20 years is a long, long time, and this group of players for Ferbane Belmont obviously set their minds on this title early on in this year. They've been disappointed a good few times, this team, in years gone by. Mikey Butler now fouled.
Substitutions for Ferbane Belmont. Number 20, Merrick Daly, replaces number 2, Darren Kelly. And number 22, Michael Corbett, replaces number 7, James Nally.
Well, James Nally makes way for Merrick Daly, and
2 minutes additional time.
Darren Kelly makes way for Mikey Corbett, and we have 2 minutes injury time to play. So a free by Brian Graham with his left foot, swings the ball over the bar as we enter injury time. Ferbane Belmont now lead 3-13 to 2 points. And Peter Neal tries to carry the ball out and loses the ball there. McDonough's quick to latch onto it. Throws the ball in to Mikey Butler. Mikey Butler on the right hand side and puts over a great score. Good man, Mikey Butler, with the right foot. Again, Ferbane Belmont quick to seize on the opportunity of the loose ball and punish Edenderry with another score, another point. And some of our supporters ready for the celebrations. We have Sean Flynn and Adam Egan and Jamie Kelly enjoying every minute of this game, even though they're wringing wet. Stephen Wren now under pressure is fouled, and the referee awards a free to be taken by Leon Fox. Leon Fox looks fine, finds John Dooley. John Dooley with the right foot, well blocked down. Ball breaks back for Leon Fox. Leon Fox with the right foot this time, high ball towards the right hand side. Finds Brian Graham in space. Brian Graham takes the ball, the first attempt, throws the ball into Aaron McDonough. Aaron McDonough gives it back to Brian Graham. And he can finish this now in style. Throws it into Joe Maher. Joe Maher with the left foot, puts over another great score. So Ferbane Belmont now scoring at will. Injury time now, 1 minute played, 2 minutes left of injury time, according to the referee. But Edenderry now out on their feet. Ferbane Belmont after getting the second wind. 3-15 to 2 points. Certainly the scoreline tells it all. Ferbane Belmont dominant from the first minute, led by 7 points to 1 at half time, and they've pushed on from there. Ball breaks out towards the right hand side. Leon Fox now certainly a contender for man of the match with the amount of ground he covered today, the amount of support play. Throws the ball back, loses it in the tackle. Gathered by Leon again and loses it. Ferbane Belmont now still fighting for every ball. Edenderry come on the attack. Throw the ball back out towards the right hand side. Ball is lost again in the tackle. Aaron McDonough up to gather. Finds Kieran Cahill unmarked in the middle of the field, gathers it well. Cuts through the middle, hops the ball, carries it on. Entitled to a score, this man, but he leaves it to Brian Graham, and with Brian Graham with the right foot, swings over a great score. 3-16 to 2 points. And we're just 1 minute left in the game. A resounding result, a resounding team. Fantastic performances all round. Darren Degnan practically redundant for most of this game. All the work being done for him. In front of him, so Edenderry again restart the game. Kick out towards the middle. Up goes Leon Fox. Ball is missed. In pursuit is Merrick Daly. Merrick Daly fighting for the ball again. Edenderry now. Again a long ball looking for a full forward. Conor Lowry has dealt with those balls all day. Finds Shane Mooney. Shane Mooney leaves it off to Stephen Wren. Stephen Wren finds Kieran Cahill unmarked on the halfway line. Kieran now carries the ball. The referee blows the final whistle. And Ferbane Belmont are 2011 minor champions. Fantastic result for Brian Flynn, for Tony McTague, for George Degnan, for everyone associated with this team. And after 20 years, the St Mary's Cup returns to Broadside, and there will be great celebrations in Ferbane. Captain of the Ferbane Belmont team, Conor